Howdy, everybody. Come by KFC and get yourself a finger-licking fill-up of bucketed chicken. What am I doing? Well, what can I say? Welcome to Montana. Or actually, Idaho, technically. But yeah, Idaho and Montana are basically right next to one another. So we often spend time in like campgrounds and stuff like that. And yeah, we've had a good time. We've seen the Hey Dudes, just Art and Jody and stuff like that on the way up here, and for yesterday and today. So yeah, I'm afraid that Joe, Trish, and their 3 children now, and as well as Heather and Christina and their husbands and kids and stuff like that, can't really showcase all that this time, I'm afraid. They do have their little dog Gigi, so maybe I could show that to you guys. And yeah, the drive up here, you guys already know what happened. I stopped by and got some cars, and we visited Mike and Sherry, spent the night there, and we met the Hey Dudes late at night. And when we were in Phoenix, Arizona, we spent the night at Jean Ann's, and there was that whole thing I brought up on Discord about a little misunderstanding. But the next morning and all, everybody didn't make a single word about the whole thing, so that was good. And all, there wasn't any bad terms with them. So yeah, all's good, and we may see the Sterlings on the way back. You guys may remember them from I believe it was my last summer trip. Was it really that long ago? I guess so. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But yeah. And of course, on the way back, I hope to stop at Oak Ridge Hobbies in Illinois. We didn't on the way up here, and ever since April of 2020, I've been wanting to go there. We didn't on the way up here because reasons, I don't know, time and stuff like that. And it was too late and stuff like that for me to really talk about it to my parents back on our 2020 summer trip, which was the same year I got Jonas Carver's. And obviously, for a while, I actually kind of thought Oak Ridge Hobbies was in Ohio, and because we're going down to Florida, we would go through Ohio, and I thought we could stop there, but no, I realized it's in Illinois. Stupid me. And then both Florida trips, we didn't go down there, of course, and then we didn't go to anywhere for Christmas either. So finally, I'm getting my opportunity, and after all this time, I just hope they have good stuff. Remember Disney Docket's video? It was a paradise. So many cars for me to get. And then in the last few videos that Interstate put up a bit of time ago and some other stuff like that, it looks kind of dire. It's the best thing I could get there is maybe a Mac and a Shoe Todoroki 2-pack from China years ago and stuff like that, because I don't have the crew chief and I can use a backup shoe. Let's hope it's a lot better that time than when it was there. Yeesh. Let's just have our hopes high. But if it's not, I'm making a video saying, "Oh my god, look what you've done, you monsters!" All snagging it up for yourselves because Disney Docket exposed it, and then everybody went into there and snatched all the things they could, like a bunch of flipping seagulls. But until then, dun 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 dun, there they are. Jimmy Lugwrench, Hot Rod, Steve Hercel, the Clutch Aid Tractor, Racing Red Francesco, and Clovis Rider, and then the other older stuff, Fair Game, and a backup Brick Yardley, because mine has a couple chips, and the other one I got from the Michael pack, for some reason had smears and had blurriness in a few places, I don't know why. A bit like that late Rev, if you recall that. Oh god, I've been trapped. But yeah, also, more importantly, happy 4th of July. Last 4th of July we were in the Grizzly RV Park, which is where we usually go. That was the same time as well when we were in the 2019 camper trip and stuff like that. We were in the same park like we usually are. 2017 and I believe 2018 for the most part. All that was in, because 2017 we brought Jeff and it was Cars 3. 2018 we were in some other campground and then moved to the Grizzly RV Park and we saw Fallen Kingdom. That was fun. And also last year, or I'm sorry, 2019 was the same year I got, we went to California and Seattle and I got all 5 of those cars, and this is automatically better than that. Yeesh. And last year as well, and yeah, you know the whole thing. So yeah, we're not there this year and all. And I remember it was raining outside and I was watching fireworks. It was late at night and everything like that. There were still kids and stuff like that sitting around in the dark playground at night. The sun had gone down. Good times. And I don't think they're doing many fireworks aside from the official ones. You can't set off your own, and they're not doing them around here because forested area. But yeah, so maybe there will be fireworks. We should be seeing the Hey Dudes tonight, but that's not really important stuff. So yeah, happy 4th of July. Also, Sage, if you're watching this, I'm very sorry about your dog Chloe. I hope she feels better. Pray for Sage's dog. Now, is there anything else I should talk about? Oh yeah, and also, in a few of my videos I said that I was going to be going to a Walmart in Bozeman. That didn't happen because my parents thought I would slow them down. My mom was only allowed in to get a comb and stuff. So on the way back home, because we'll be going through Montana and aka Bozeman in order to get home to Michigan, so we should be stopping at that Walmart, and then of course the hobby shop, maybe somewhere else hopefully, because I can't just rely on the hobby shop. We need to stop somewhere else, and not South Dakota, because yeah, I did get wheeled LE in a South Dakota Walmart, but you know, it's too isolated. But yet again, Idaho is not very populated, and I got like these two, so who knows, we'll see. Also weird that I got these three before these two. And also with these three and these two and all, I have completed both of these cases, I believe, with all their new releases and stuff. How cool is that? Or at least all the things I don't own from there that I would visibly get. So that's pretty neat, unless there's Rich Hurry in this case and I'm not aware of that. But I think he's in the next one, who knows. Please explain to me if you know. And yes, this may be some of the first footage you'll ever see of Hot Rod Steve Hercel. And maybe the clutch aid tractor. Mine has a few problems, if I can get the camera to focus. There's a bit of misaligned paint right there. It's hard for the camera to focus. Focus, I am speed. And of course, Jimmy Lugwrench. Great stuff. And I'm also very happy about the other guys as well, including Fair Game, who is a lot better than I thought he'd be. Aside from the eyeline, I'm kind of impressed. It's not that bad. I actually really like it. And he's going to fit in with the other guys when I get home so well. And hey, I back up Rick Yardley. So yeah. Great find so far, and hopefully more to go. And soon I hope to have Brush Kerber or somebody ordered soon. I've been waiting too long. I need to pick up the slack. People everywhere are ordering like China Mini flywheels and metallic DJs and all that kind of good stuff. Give me something, for God's sake. I'm tired of like having to ask and every single order feel like a big event that only happens once in a lifetime. It should be like the norm. Anyways, on to a lighter note. Actually, no, this is the most depressing and most important part. That topic, unfortunately, is the possible death of Among Us logic. As you guys know from the skits I've made, from my breaking point to what happened to Thomas, to not having a girlfriend, talking about the Poseidon, etc., 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 as well as plenty of mentions and references and stuff like that, I love the Among Us logic series. Some episodes I love more than others, but I'd say around episode 17 and 18, or yeah, I consider this episode 19. Remember when this was called Spying on Mr. Cheese, by the way? Which, by the way, why did they drop the whole numbering system? I don't really like that. That's episode 20 in me. And then it goes on and on and on. Well, I'd say, okay, just ignore these. This is like episode 31, technically. I'd say all the way from maybe... there's like bugs around me. I'd say up to maybe Jailbreak is where I draw the line on all. This is the canon stuff, because after Fat Imposter, things kind of get disheveled, and I'll go into that in just a second. But yeah, I love Among Us logic as much as the next guy. There is tons of fan fiction and reaction videos and all that kind of stuff. There's so much great fan art. I love this, and I especially love this piece of fan art. This beauty. Gorgeous. It's pretty dang old. It doesn't even include Noob or Sir Clogsworth or any... Oh, no, he's there in the corner. But yeah. Definitely missing some stuff. That's the image I usually look at, so I don't even know Sir Clogsworth is even in the corner there. But yeah, I love all the characters. I can remember basically all of them. And yeah, I just love cosplaying as the characters, even though I can't pay for things like the veteran crown and stuff like that, because I'm not spending money on that. Yeah, long story. I love it so much that I even made a chart and stuff like that, where I connected all the various characters and stuff like that throughout the series, and see, like, did they meet this character? Have they met this character? Sir Clogsworth has met Mr. Cheese. Blue, I think, has interacted with the gentleman. Maybe he hasn't. The pirate captain, who has he interacted with? Veteran and player obviously interact all the time. Captain has interacted with veteran. Goober's barely interacted with anybody. What about Hornsley? There was this red extra guy in the background of episode 19, the hacking security cams episode. Not to mention there was also Cub. Do you guys remember Cub from Among Us Logic 5? I so badly want him to return. But yeah, I really am just that obsessed with this series because I just love it that much. And I feel like that just showcases just how much respect I also love to get to it as well. What else is there? I mean, for God's sakes, it's even my freaking wallpaper on here. For God's sakes, I think that showcases that I'm a big fan. There's also the Among Us Logic Aftermath series, which hasn't really done much ever since episode 12 or so. But yeah, I love this series as it's a lot of fun, even though some of the data at the time was kind of outdated and it's changed and all. Like them not knowing that Angel was sent to the the cheaters lobby. There's also Game Tunes Gaming, which I think is a lot of fun, even though it's a bit disheveled after a while. I feel like the older ones are a bit more fun, to be honest. And a lot of the moments are pretty funny. Like one of the first episodes, Mr. Egg just goes, "Arr!" for no reason, and that just makes me laugh. What else? Also, have you guys noticed, by the way, that eventually, I think it was first Monster School, which I don't consider canon, or that's the sake with most of these episodes, all the way up to here, I'd say. Yeah, I don't consider these canon, to be honest, and I'll tell you why. But they don't have, like, outros and all like they used to, like end credits for some reason. Look. Yes. See? It's like there's no outro thing anymore. There's no ending credits. And I wouldn't make such a big deal out of this because it feels incomplete. It feels like it's cut off for seemingly no reason. And the worst offender is that the end credits music was always awesome.
Mr. Cheese!
Like this. I love jamming out to this. Ew. So yeah, my favorite has to be, even though they don't own the song and all, the end credits music for hacking security cams. I just love it so much. And it just feels weird having it not happen after a while. I miss the music. The end. Okay, so you're probably wondering at this point, alright Margot, so why do you consider these episodes here, like, not canon? Well, there's a multitude of reasons. You see, I don't know why, but it seems like they started to completely lose track of the whole purpose of the series and all. The series is supposed to be player and other people playing Among Us, and sometimes other stuff like Fall Guys and stuff like that. And I always accepted that, and I always found it perfectly fine. And they give a little fun animated stuff like that that wouldn't happen in a real game, like spraying bottles and stuff like that, or putting up pictures. Stuff like that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly A-okay and good. But eventually, after a while, they started to lose sight of their original vision and stuff like that. And they started completely breaking the rules of this universe that this series has clinged onto for so long, making it seem like these are people in the game and all, and not people playing the game. Why do I think that? Because there's so many reasons as to why and all. Like, for example, an Among Us God, the fact that the last crewmate thing takes 20 years into the future and they still haven't, like, made a new map, and whereas, like, the other updates and stuff like that, would these people still be alive? Would they still be playing this bloody game? How would they not take a break from that? And there's so many small things, like how the heck do Timmy and Franklin end up becoming adults and can talk and stuff like that, like normal people, instead of just fun little characters that speak in the game for the sake of the episode and stuff like that? How exactly are there 4 captains? How exactly is Hunter choking and dying, and then somehow that interfering with him dying in the game? How exactly does Baggy get paid and stuff like that? And what's with all the eating, for crying out loud? Like Veteran saying he can eat that pizza for like a whole week or whatever, and the whole fat imposter episode, for God's sakes, is just a huge sin, like Mr. Cheese's restaurant, which is fine, I guess, but it just feels weird. And Baggy eating the sandwich, and Player saying he hasn't had food in so long, for crying out loud, eating microwaved meals and stuff like that, and them bringing leftovers for the daycare episode, and just tons of other things. I guess I was fine in the 17th episode with Captain eating a marshmallow, but whatever. After a while, it becomes kind of weird. What else? Oh, also in the last crewmate episode, Claire says, the Wi-Fi is down, so I can't play video games. So are there video games in this video game called Among Us? That doesn't make sense. How exactly does Gnome turn into a chimpanzee and an old person or whatever, or monkey, whatever? That's perfectly fine, but then she, like, acts like she's actually turning into that, like, oh dear, and ooh, ooh, ah, ah. Is she just playing around with it, kind of? The whole Novizer timeline is also poorly integrated, and the whole Monster School thing ends with, like, seemingly no explanation or whatever, and there's no follow-up to that. And the last crewmate, this is seemingly currently the last episode currently released. I exclude these two, of course. And it just goes off, and I don't even know how it's supposed to fit into the series. I guess it's a different timeline or whatever, but give us natural episodes that don't feel gimmicky after a while. Some of the canon episodes have gimmicks and stuff like that, but they're still so much fun to watch. I kind of forgot how much I love episode 20 as well as 19, and tons of the older ones and middle ones, and God, I just love the classic episodes so much. And these newer ones kind of just lose sight of that, in my opinion. And of course, I have to mention this, the whole Friday Night Funkin' thing. You see, as of recently, it seems as if GameTunes has wanted to do Friday Night Funkin' stuff. I already expressed that I don't care about Friday Night Funkin'. I don't like it and all. I don't hate it, of course. That rant I made was not legit. I know people thought it was. It was literally just something I was forced to do for the Discord elimination thing, and I didn't want to, but I was forced to, whatever. Yeah, well, that's seemingly all they've been wanting to do, as well as, like, Minecraft and Undertale. I don't care about really Undertale that much. Sorry. And, man, what's up with these thumbnails? They're becoming quote-unquote sus, as some people are saying. And remember when this wasn't a dream image and stuff like whatever. Anyways, my point is, they're focusing so much on this, and this was the last episode properly that was released for this and all. Because for a while, we've just been getting more and more and more Friday Night Funkin'. I was hoping, a few days ago, I was like thinking to myself, okay, one more Saturday, and if they prove me wrong, I'm going to be making a Rest in Peace video and all. And lo and behold, another video. If they don't make one more and it's just more stuff like this, then I'm just going to get sick of it. And you can't say they've completely forgotten about the Among Us Logic series, because they make this and this, and it's their most popular thing out there and all. How could they forget about it, of course? And you can't say they're too stupid either, because GameTunes are not stupid. Again, they know that these things exist, and it's not like they don't care, because you clearly show some level of care into this. I just don't get it. Did they completely forget? And you can't say that, like, oh, good things come to an end. Well, why is the episodes getting kind of worse and worse, in my opinion, like, with this, especially, in my opinion? And it's just, like, waiting for a follow-up, and they just, like, nope, lost interest or whatever, and they don't even, like, announce that it's over or anything like that. It's like, alright, where's the next one? That's not it. Where's the next one? Hey, there's some Among Us, but that's not really it. Where's the next one? Come on! Where's the actual Among Us logic? And even here, he's like saying, oh, this is like the old game I used to play for the most part and all. Where's the actual episodes and stuff like that? Give us the actual stuff we're here for. And now I'm afraid that the series has ended. And the worst thing is that so many of my favorite channels have, like, fallen into, like, not being interesting anymore, or they've lost their charm, or they just aren't quite as good as they used to be. And I'm afraid GameTunes is starting to become one of those channels, as much as it breaks my heart. I love the series because of the fact that it felt like it was a replacement of SMG4. I used to love classic SMG4, but then it turned into a piece of crap that was forcing itself with bad memes and annoying female characters and stuff like that, and it was just awful. And I thought to myself, well, this is kind of a replacement for that, and I loved this series so much. And now, look at this. This may be worse. Well, they're still making good stuff, I guess, even though I don't care about it. But still, it just feels like a disgrace. And I was talking with an Among Us lobby earlier today with a bunch of other fans and stuff like that, and they were like, yeah, where's the next episode? It's been like 3 weeks. And yeah, I agree, and it just hurts my soul. And I don't want to see more channels like this happen, because channels where I love or like or whatever the older videos of constantly go into this sort of direction, stuff like that. For example, More J Stew made so many great videos, for example, like this one, aside from the fidget spinner, stuff like that. This video right here, as well as tons of the other older Fort videos, are so much fun. And then I got this third guy and all this hyper animating and clickbait looking overly bright, exaggerated thumbnails and stuff like that, and they just kind of lost their charm, I feel like. Though their videos are at least still competent, I guess. I haven't seen many of them. And Shoot-A-Birdie is a lot more offensive in this example. Remember when Shoot-A-Birdie's videos used to look like this? Now they use the same goddamn picture of Simba, and I'm so sick and tired of seeing it. Ah! And I just want to punch it so badly. Or this. I'm sick of seeing the arrows and the circles and stuff like that. Like, these are the old ones. This is fine, I guess. Where's a good example? Here's another one. All of his videos just feel bad and fake and forced and stuff like that nowadays, and I hate that. I really do. And I don't want to see GameTunes just falling into another bit of obscurity and being forgotten about like a lot of these other channels I used to love. And don't worry, I will make a salute on old More J Stew. Maybe the newer videos are still good or so, I need to check them out, but still. I honestly really hope that we get some sort of an endgame-like finale, because just ending it on some random episode and just slowly integrating into more, or should I say less and less and less and less, and just thinning out slowly and just dying off all of a sudden, it feels wrong. And it's not like people are tired out, because people are still loving and watching the episodes and stuff like that, regardless of their quality. I just hope we get a proper conclusion, or an announcement, or a reason, or something like that. Maybe they're tired of it, I don't know. Just, please, GameTunes, if you're watching this, please give a little bit more respect to your viewers with this series, because I love so much about it. So many others do. I just hope that you realize that. And I'm pretty sure that they do. I just don't know what they're doing with the modern stuff. But yeah, happy 4th of July. I hope to get more cars, hopefully from the hobby shop, and hopefully Game Tunes is Among Us Logic series isn't dead. But if it is, farewell Among Us Logic. You've done good.